Something like a crumble. I think you're a wizard. What? You made this?
I kind of do like a messy kitchen.
What are you saying? That you leave it overnight?
Not dirty, but like I'd have
done.
like, no.
I brought my knife for me because we're going to have a chop-off, right?
Nick has got speed. Jeez. I love Angela Hartnett pouring a Fanta. Fizzy drink sommelier there.
Shut up.
Shut up.
I then put a bit of butter in a pan to render the fat down.
Oh, you dirty girl.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Dish from Waitrose. I'm Nick Grimshaw.
And I'm Angela Hartnett.
And we are here for another episode of Dish. Yay! Yay! How are you, Ange?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good. Well,
Are you?
yes.
Well, you sound hesitant.
No, I do feel good.
Okay,
Yeah, I
you
do
look
feel
good.
good.
That
Thanks.
looks good.
Thank
Skin's
you.
looking good.
Yeah?
Nice jumper.
Thank you. Do you think my skin looks noticeably better?
I feel like this could be a trick question that you'll make me pay
No,
for.
I'm just
for
saying,
the
just
rest
because
of-
you mentioned it.
I think it does. It looks like
Which
it's
did
been
my eyes look white?
clean living. What have you done to your eyes?
I've been on a herbal
You got a
doctor.
herbalist, haven't you?
I've got
How
a
many
herbalist.
people are in your life? Agent, PR, publicist.
I've got a herbalist.
Herbalist,
Yeah.
dog walker.
I don't have a dog
cleaner.
walker.
Okay, cleaner.
Yeah.
Okay, just trying to count
Yeah.
whether you get into double digits of people in your life.
No, thank you. It says you.
So it's me.
Yeah.
Go on then, name them.
Tell you what you've
Dog
got.
water
2
cleaner.
bodyguards. A handler.
Handler, yeah.
On-set facialist.
You know we have
Chiropractor right there behind the camera.
you know we have bodyguards walk around because we're right by the
What?
Saudi embassy in Murano.
You actually do have bodyguards.
So there's
What?
there's basically armed police always walking around Murano.
you?
Because of the Saudi embassy.
But
But occasionally customers come out and they're walking past and they go, oh, what are they for? And they're all the stocker. Angela, just in case.
Angela. Just in
Just
case.
in case.
Just in
We have
case.
armed police
Oh,
there.
that's quite good. No one else is ever going to break in there,
Yeah,
are they?
exactly,
You'll be
on
sorted
police,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorted.
Hey, today on Dish, Nick Frost. Very excited about Nick Frost coming on.
Have you met him before?
I have met Nick Frost
Oh,
before.
okay. Is there anyone you haven't met?
Well, I did do the radio. I still do the radio.
For a long time.
For a long time. So yeah, he came on the radio. We actually did an interview with him in the pub, him and Simon Pegg. It was for Paul.
There you go.
The film,
Yes.
not a man called Paul.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, he's going to be here. Of course, you will know him from so much great stuff. Of course, the Cornetto Trilogy of films: Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End, which of course he starred alongside Simon Pegg. Fighting with My Family, starring 2 previous Dish alumni, Florence Pugh and Stephen Merchant.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Stephen
Yeah, well,
Merchant's in
directed by
that.
Stephen Merchant, yeah. And he is a massive fan of food.
Yes.
He loves to cook. He's got a memoir all around food
have it.
and his life. You have it there?
We have 2
You better read it quick. Oh, do we?
Yeah. This
That's
one
good.
and this one.
Oh, we have the paper and the hardback.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
All happens on Dish. I like the paperback.
All right, I'll have the hardback.
All right, we'll
that
swap
is
the
absolutely perfect for me. Also, in his book, you get a mention.
Apparently so.
Yeah, you do. He says, the people I get starstruck meeting are chefs, Michelin-starred chefs. I'm awful around them. I had lunch once at Angela Hartnett's place and she came out to say hi and I couldn't talk to her. I'm terrible. Do you remember this?
Yes.
No, you don't.
I don't remember it, no. but I'm not going to be rude to him.
No. He's also here to talk about the live adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon. Right, should we get Nick Frost in?
Yes.
Let's.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you? Nice
How are
to
you?
see you.
Hello.
How are you?
Shall we?
Yeah,
That's nice.
let's
Hey,
do
Nick,
this.
lovely to
Hi.
see you.
How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my God,
Pleasure.
thank you for coming.
Sorry.
What the hell's
Oh.
that? Oh, it's the Nick Frost alarm.
Is it the Nick Frost alarm?
Yes. Nick Frost
Oh, it's,
here.
yeah,
It's
it's right.
the Nick
Yeah,
Frost
it's Nick
alarm
Frost
alarm, you see.
Yeah.
I need to check them alarm.
Oh yeah, she's going to check on the lamb. How are you?
I'm all right.
Nice to see you.
I'm looking at lamb.
Watch the lamb. It is time to welcome a fantastic actor, also very handy in the kitchen. The knives have come out as we welcome Nick Frost, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hello. Thanks
Hi.
for having me.
Hey, Nick.
Hello.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
Oh my God, we were dead excited that you were going to come.
Very, yeah.
It's very nice to be here. I love to be in a kitchen.
But you cook a lot, don't you?
I do
You're
cook a lot.
big cook.
And then I also tend to clean it all up as well, just
Yes.
to...
As you go or
I
afterwards?
definitely clean as I go.
Very good.
100%. It makes me
like
feel
that. I
nuts
like that.
if anyone else cooks or my partner cooks. We went to have dinner, lunch on Sunday, and it was delicious. But the kitchen was like
Chaos.
it made me feel mentally ill.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I was like,
it's a lot. Not in here. Look at this.
Yeah,
Perfection
it's
in Dish
beautiful.
HQ. Yeah. Angela shouts at everyone before the guest arrives. That's why.
I could hear you. When I was
That
getting
was the
changed.
screaming. Yeah.
To be fair, when we cook at home, we don't have loads of surfaces, so our kitchen can look like a bit like a bomb site after.
Yeah.
And also, we're always slightly behind, so we just throw stuff and then serve great food.
Yes.
But the kitchen can look a little bit of a mess.
Well,
Sorry.
you do it all week. Do you know what I mean? Have a day off at
have a
home,
day
man.
off.
Is
Yeah.
there a day you think I'm not doing it?
I tend not to cook at weekends unless I've got mates over and stuff.
Monday.
Monday.
You're just like, nah.
What do you do Monday? Takeaway?
I'm one of those people where I batch cook a lot of stuff over the weekend and
Right.
then just get something out.
Nice.
And we mentioned knives at the start.
Yeah.
And I can't help but notice there is a large
This.
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I brought my knife for me.
Yes.
Because we're going to have a chop-off, right?
A chop off is
Apparently
happening.
so. Excuse
a
me
chop
for a
off.
moment.
Where are you
I'm
going?
I'm
Where you
going?
going?
Sharpen my knife.
check
No,
it
I'm
out.
going to get the lamb.
But I didn't have anything to carry.
Yeah,
it
so
in.
what is this that you've made? Nick?
So this feels really middle class, but it's a Farrow and Ball paint swap, and then I just covered it in gaffer tape.
do you ever travel
Carry a
with
knife?
No.
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 No, I mean I try not to,
Yes.
but sometimes sometimes you have to, you know.
But and you do travel with knives. Like if you're going away on holiday and you're going to be away for a bit, you'll be like, you can't handle a knife on
I
holiday.
definitely do that.
You do that.
If we're
Oh,
going
wow.
to an Airbnb, and I'll definitely bring my own gear.
Yeah, we do that, yeah.
Because it's always the worst thing about turning up at an Airbnb and discovering that the
Plastic
Yeah.
bread
Just-
knife.
Or there's no knife to
Or,
cut
um,
anything
yeah.
with.
or my other thing that makes me really cross are glass chopping boards.
Oh, yeah, I don't
yeah.
like glass
Like
chopping
round
boards.
glass chopping board. It's just nuts. It feels nuts.
It feels high risk.
Yeah.
What
I'm with
chopping
you.
board do you prefer? Because
I prefer a wooden chopping board.
Yeah.
I just like them. I think they're better.
So I think with a nice wood chopping board, it evolves over time too.
Yeah.
It gets a little divot in it.
Yeah.
And it's
Exactly, yeah.
very,
It's got character.
It feels nice to touch. you know?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you there. God, so your suitcase is full of loads of stuff.
Yeah,
before you go
chopping
anywhere.
boards,
Chopping
knives.
boards,
Yeah, so, well, I don't
knives.
think anyone I really know. Like, I've got a couple of mates who don't really cook, and I'd always be like, "So I'm going to bring everything." So
Yeah.
I bring all the food, and then we get there really early, and we just spend the day cooking food in their kitchen, which is quite nice as well.
Yeah.
Because then at least you get to eat. Because I think there's nothing worse than going over to someone who doesn't really cook, and then it's just like, I have to now eat this after driving for 2 hours.
How do you feel about when people offer cleaning up? Because I had everyone around for lunch the other day. My friend was like, "I'll clean up." And I was like, "Please don't." And she's like, "I will clean up."
no.
I was like, no, please don't. And she did a whole show of cleaning.
I've got a lovely friend called Aideen who's a cleaner, and she's good at it though. She loves it.
yeah.
So sometimes if Aideen wants to get involved, we're like, "Yeah, you go for it."
She's
great. I trust her. But other than that, on Christmas Day, I think there's so much effort goes into
Yeah.
Christmas Day dinner that there is that wonder, and it's. I don't know. There are a few points in my life. Sunday evening at 6 o'clock, I get this feeling, and also after roast dinners, when I sit down after everything's done, you get that feeling where you're like, "Oh, I'm done." I'm just done. It's very rare that kind of happens, and I love that feeling.
I kind of do like a messy kitchen, and not messy, but it's that organised mess when you get up the next day and you come downstairs and you can see. No,
What are you saying? That you leave it overnight?
not dirty, but like I'd have
done.
like.
And that was it.
And that was it. No frost everywhere.
Yes!
No, but I quite like seeing that the next day, like when you get up and it's like you've had a party. No?
I know what you mean.
Wrong crowd.
Yeah.
Wrong crowd.
No, I'm with
Wrong
you.
crowd.
I think you got
happens.
Natalie Portman's.
Oh, I've got Natalie Portman. What's going on? Yeah. I wanted to talk to you about something that we spoke about on this podcast before you joined us, which is in your book, and we've been speaking about your book. You mentioned the one and only HRH LOL Angela Hartnett.
Yeah,
Sure, but-
that's the hardback. I think
Yeah.
that
But we've got the paperback.
We
We've
have
got
both.
version each here.
Both versions.
available in
Both
some
versions.
regional airports.
It's a brilliant cover. I love it.
all right, isn't it?
It's
Love.
really great.
Love, but yeah, Ange gets a shout out pretty early on.
Because I met you once a long time ago. I have a thing about Michelin starred chefs, and I think
Yeah.
I really admire what goes into it, really, and I
Yeah.
get it. So we came and I had lunch at your restaurant. And you came over and stuff, and I could see you coming out the kitchen, and I was the person I was with. I'm like, I said, "This fuck Angela Hartnett." And then you came over to see, you saw that table when you came over, And then you asked if everything was right, and I just went, and I couldn't really look at you or anything.
So sweet.
Yeah, 'cause I just love it.
Oh,
I mean, I
bless.
shouldn't.
Why did you not become a chef, given that you love
I worked in
food so
kitchens
much?
when I left.
Yeah.
When I left school, when I was like 19, 20, I started to work in kitchens and stuff. But it was really hard.
Yeah.
And I was still working in the kitchen until I was 28, 29, not knowing what I was going to do. You know, when you do it for a living, it becomes less fun. And then I started to be an actor, and then I didn't have to get in for 6 a.m. and leave at 1 a.m. anymore. It was...
Yeah.
I got to do it for my friends and family, and I just fell in love with it again in terms of
More
can now
enjoyable. Yeah.
give something back, and it's
Yeah.
not like having to cook food for horrible people, you know.
Yeah, you've not got to deal with people complaining, sending things back.
My favourite one was someone ordered a rack of ribs once and then complained because it had bones in it.
No.
And I was at a point then where I'm like, should I?
Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I want to go through. We always like to go through our likes and dislikes
Okay.
of our guest, food based.
Yes.
And your list of likes just reads like a great menu. We thought to us: roast pork with amazing crackling. Chinese food, lamb chops, falafel, smash burgers, New York style cheese slice, barbecue chicken thighs with soy glaze, yum, miso glazed black cod, pies! Exclamation mark. Do you have a favourite pie? Do you make a pie?
I do. I make many different pies.
Yes.
My mum used to do like minced beef with carrots
Yes.
and gravy, and you'd have it with little balls of mashed potato that she'd use the ice cream
Oh, the
scoop.
ice cream scoop.
And that would be like a Monday night tea,
Yes.
carrots, onions.
Yeah.
So I'd do that and then put that in a pie.
Yeah. Do you like a pudding?
I do like a pudding, but I've got like a mental block in terms of like making suet pastry and then steaming it and stuff like that. I'm just like, what? I don't want to do it.
No, I think leave it for the chippy, that one.
Also, there's a pudding that, not the fat duck, but what's Heston's pub called?
A Heinz Head.
Heinz Head. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
They do like a steak and kidney pudding, and it's like it's in a moat of gravy, and it's like a little watchtower.
Oh, yeah,
But I just
nice.
think it's never going to be as good as that.
As good as that.
So
There's certain
I'm
things
happy
where you're
just
like, yeah.
What's more?
Yes, please. Thank you.
I love Angela Hartnett pouring a Fanta.
Thank you so much.
Look at that.
Do well, don't I? See?
Fizzy drink sommelier there.
Shut up.
Shut up. Okay, the food is here, Ange.
Yeah.
Run us through what we are having with Nick Frost today.
So we've got spicy barbecued lamb with minty tomato and watermelon relish.
Oh, yes.
And then we've got some tzatziki on the side and some pita breads.
Amazing.
Okay,
Okay.
delicious.
Yeah, so help yourself.
Okay.
Thank you very
I
much.
hope I've cooked it to how you like it. I've sort of gone a bit sort of medium rather than rare.
Oh, no, sorry.
Yep.
No, don't like it.
That's not for me.
Can you get Nick's car
That's
immediately?
not for me.
Yeah, please. This is
Help
delicious.
yourself
This is
to
kind of
everything, yeah.
exactly what I want to eat this time of year.
Oh,
Doing
yeah,
little bit
grilled.
barbecue
Yeah, nice,
lamb,
exactly,
bit
yeah.
of
Young animal.
tzatziki. Young
Do you do a lot of barbecuing? Because it's one of your things, barbecued lamb, yeah?
We have a barbecue. It's like
Yeah.
a gas-powered barbecue, but it's not a long way, but it's at another part of the garden that's not near the house.
Oh, yeah.
So it feels quite...
Bit of a trek.
Yeah.
you're just out of the way. You can't hear what anyone's saying if they're talking. And so I got like, what are those hibachi barbecue?
What's that?
They're
Oh, like the ones you get in
Japanese.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And I could just put it on a table outside the house. And then it's not huge, but it's great for chops and you know, it's and I'm right where the action is.
You're right where the goss is. Ange, that lamb is perfect. How did you make this so delicious?
So you make this spice mix, which is just chipotle chili flakes, sea salt, garlic granules, and cumin. And it says sprinkle it on, but we did it in a pestle and mortar last night and sort of powdered it, and then like marinated all the lamb chops overnight.
Overnight, yeah?
And then just char grilled them. But because I like a real sort of that roasted flavour, I then put a bit of butter in a pan and then put the fat down in the pan to render the fat down.
Oh, you dirty girl.
And then got like all that lovely sort of roasted flavour and colour. Feels like another episode with Josh Holy here. Oh my gosh. And then put them in the oven for about 45 minutes. But you can do the whole thing on the barbecue if you want to. That's not a problem. And then the relish is lime juice, olive oil, red onion, mint, salt, coriander chop, mint chop, tomatoes chopped finely de-seeded, watermelon and breakfast radishes, and a bit of pomegranate. And if we want, we can have pepperbox Shiraz. The perfect partner for great food, it says. There you go.
Tell me how you would do this on the barbecue, timing-wise. If you're listening to this, you've never done a lamb chop on a barbecue. What's the timings after we've marinated for, overnight?
Is to do, the whole point about a barbecue, like any sort of solid surface of heat, is it's got cooler points and hotter points. So for this, because you want him to cook the lamb, you want to cook the meat, you want to get that charring effect, and then move it to the outside of your barbecue. So then it you can cook it on the lower heat rather than put it on fierce heat the whole time. Otherwise, it's going to just burn. That's the way I do it.
Okay.
So probably about the same sort of time, 4 or 5 minutes, but it's just moving it around and knowing the sort of cool and hot parts of your barbecue.
And is this something you'd like to do at home, Nick? Do you like to do a lamb chop?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good time of the year for it as well.
And you could put this spice mix on a leg of lamb.
Oh, yeah.
I always do garlic and rosemary, but actually lamb's brilliant when you really spice it up. So you could use the same mix, rub it all over with some olive oil, and then roast your lamb in the oven like that.
If you want to try this recipe or any of the recipes we do, how to do it, all the ingredients are on waitrose.com/dish recipes. Nick, we've done your likes.
Yes.
I really want to do your dislikes. Simple but effective. We have them here. Fennel, cardamom, porridge, custard. Yeah. That's a terrible recipe.
You don't like the aniseed bit?
No. I lived in Israel for 2 years when I was a kid. I had that thing all over the Middle East. It's called a rak or raki. I drank so much of that my body now believes like that taste to be poison to me.
Really?
So fennel, I'm like, no, I'm done. I really don't like it at all. Custard and porridge are a taste thing. It makes me want to heave slightly. Like the feeling of it in my mouth makes me want to heave.
Wow.
When I was like 10 or 11, I was playing with my mates at school at lunchtime, and I ordered, where I took from the window, 4 pieces of jam roly-poly with custard.
Right.
They were just laughing. Everyone was lolling.
Yeah.
And then the joke then was on me because the teacher came round and said, "You're not leaving here until you finish it."
Oh my God.
And it became a war of attrition where every mouthful of custard heaved.
No.
And I sat there until 3:30. So I sat there for 3.5 hours. And then my mum, who was a heck of a woman, I saw her literally thunder through the doors of the lunchroom and come and get me. And it just kicked off between her and teachers.
That's custard trauma.
I have got custard trauma, yeah. And then porridge is weird because I make lovely porridge, by the way. My family, at least once a week, I do an apple pie porridge or I do roasted banana. I mean, they tell me it's lovely and it's always all gone. But I have never once thought about trying it.
Yeah.
I just can't. No, stop it.
Is there anything like that you have like that? And she's like a textural.
Not a textural.
I have it sometimes with an egg.
Yeah.
Very rarely.
If I stop and just for a second think, what is this?
Yeah, you don't want to think where it came from.
If it's a bit gluey.
The only thing is oysters when they're enormous oysters. I like small little ones.
Yeah.
But you not an oyster fan.
No.
Put that on the list.
Oh, God. I think it's a bit unfair to keep talking about your dislikes.
So here's everything you hate while you're eating. We should talk about How to Train Your Dragon, because there is a live action reimagination of the animated film, which is, I mean, I don't have kids, and so there's certain films that I will know.
Yes.
They cut through, and How to Train Your Dragon is one of them things where it just became like a world, phenomena of a movie. How did you get involved? Were you fans before? Were you just approached and had never seen it?
No, I had seen them, but I don't necessarily believe animation is just for kids. It's beautiful. I just enjoyed it as something to let my eyes wash in. You know what I mean? And then I don't know. I'm always amazed when anyone knows what I do or would approach me, and Dean, who directed the animated cartoons, we had a meeting and he said, "We want you to come and be Gobber." And I was like, oh my God, yeah, of course. It's like, I think when you get used to doing a certain level of thing, to then do this, it feels like a whole different ball game. And it was like massive to shoot, and there were hundreds of Vikings, and
Where was it shot?
It was shot in Belfast.
Right.
And you did it over winter in Belfast, I think, which is...
Yeah, and everyone's costume was like tiny. And I mean, everyone had like 2 gas heaters that the ADs would then pull out before we did the shot. So we just sit and no one would talk.
Like Dickens time around the set,
And it was like -5 during the day. Wow. We'd have to unfreeze the set before we shot and stuff. But amazing food in Belfast.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, really good.
What did you have? What was your best?
Okay, so I had, and I don't take this lightly, but it's the best pizza in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's some statement.
It's a place called Flout Pizza.
Yeah.
And he does what he wants. He opens when he wants, and once it's gone, it's gone.
Gone, yeah.
Okay,
but it was the closest thing to like a traditional New York cheese slice.
Right, okay,
Just incredible.
Oh, wow.
And I talk about his story quite a lot, like it's my own, but he was in advertising for 16 years, didn't really get into a point where he'd had enough.
Yeah.
Then something awful happened to him, and he decided to completely change his life. He'd never cooked at all, and he went from that to that in like 5 years.
Wow.
Just incredible. Like, he had this thing in him that meant he could make...
And did he go off somewhere like to Italy to learn?
I think he's done that since.
Right, okay.
So I often see him Instagramming from like New York or some place
cool.
So what was the name of it again?
Flout.
Flout.
Yeah.
Flout.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
it. Well done.
Flout pizza. Thank you. I can spell.
Good spelling.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
5-letter
Thanks
word.
so much. Thank you. That's Flout, yeah. And so you and Gobber, your character, you had something amazing happen where you'd had surgery.
Well,
you
I
had an
hadn't.
injury.
I hadn't had... I needed my knee replaced.
Yeah.
I had a bit of time off, and I'm like, I'm just going to do it. I can't live my life like this. And then Gobber came in, and Gobber has one leg. So the director said, don't have the operation, keep the leg as is, and we'll use it. And so it helped
the
me.
pain.
I used the pain.
Wow.
And as soon as we finished, I had it done.
Oh, it's like a quite fun rap party.
Well, I let everyone come and
Yeah,
watch the first incision.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And is it quite tricky to film a film like How to Train Your
knee
Dragon?
operation?
Yeah.
No, you just...
You just set the camera down. Then your legs just...
It's not tricky. It's different. It's different. You know, it's not like a little indie film where it's $2 million and you've got 20 days to shoot and you're just banging shots out. You know, it sometimes we shoot very little.
Yeah.
But in that, it's just like I never leave set. I'm always on set, and I sit next to the cameras on an Apple box, and I don't talk very much. And I just watch and I listen to what lens is going on. I see the lights coming in, and I love all of that. I'm so lucky to be around that every day, you know. And one day I walked around the set on the outside to count the cranes, how many cranes we had holding bits of equipment. It was like 27 cranes.
Oh my God.
It sounds, a lot of people are nodding off now, but it's like, you know, a production's got
bit of money
for
and
there's
crown,
27.
crane, 27.
Yeah. And I love all that.
And then do the kids love when you do films like this or stuff
Yeah,
that they can watch?
exactly.
Are they excited?
Yeah, it's funny because I've got like a 13-year-old and the other two are a lot younger. They haven't had a chance to see much because a lot of it's kind of violent or it's horror films. But I think this now is kind of the first that potentially they're going to be able to come and watch and see and not see Daddy murdering someone.
Yeah, nice to see that.
It stays with children.
Yeah, it does. So they can see, you know, How to Train Your Dragon, and they can also watch Dish. Young kids love food chat.
Kids
they
loved it. They love
They love a bit of Anthony Bourdain. And They love it.
They love it. Their dad talking
They
about what
love
he
it.
feeds them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they love it.
Angry,
They love it. Well, How to Train Your Dragon is out right now, so go and watch
now.
it. Do you want to do some real-life chopping?
If we
wanna-
want to, yeah.
What's it going to be, like a chop-off, a versus, chops of the
Let's
death?
do it for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure.
Because I can feel it. I'm not a competitive person.
No.
But already I feel
I'm
like
not a great chopper. Don't
I'm not
worry about that.
I'll be angry if I don't win. Oh, are we doing it together? Or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
go
then.
ahead. Let's
Okay.
chop. Okay, here we go. Angela started. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
you
Nick has
see,
got
that's
speed.
such a-
Jeez. Wow. Bloody hell!
You don't chop like that at home, do you?
Yeah, of course.
Do
Oh, my
you?
God.
See, I never chop like that.
Make
But
that whole
it's just
episode that.
about doing it quick, right?
Oh, look at that!
All right.
And it is all the same size. Look at that.
Let's see your chopping of your
let's see
onions.
his onion.
I want a fine dice.
Fine
this
dice.
one.
Okay, let's clear the board.
clean
Clear
your
the board.
board.
Clear the board.
Oh,
Fine
bloody
dice.
hell, he's starting
Okay,
already.
here we go.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
Look at that technique.
Oh, technique.
That's it.
Oh, that
Very
is a fine
nice.
dice, guys.
I
Wow.
don't think it's like a, what's it called, a brunoise?
Yeah, nearly. It's pretty much there.
Yes.
That's very good, actually.
Ooh,
I'll keep that for the next.
that.
No one throw that away. I'm keeping that for Natalie
That's
Portman.
Portman quality
Yes,
onion.
I am. Thank you very much. Can we get that
Nice
recipe?
shopping.
Get the recipe. I'm going to get Nick copying for me. You're going to
hang on.
stay.
Oh,
You can
I love
stay.
it.
I'm gonna do
I
that
want him
for
to chop
Natalie.
everything now.
Thank
Anyone need
you,
any
Nick.
bills
I think
shredded?
Yeah.
chopping for me
Oh, wow.
is all about mental health.
Oh,
Really? That's
I just find it,
therapeutic,
Well, you just
relaxing.
have to concentrate
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
your
yeah,
fingers
yeah.
will come off.
and I've found as I'm getting older, I'm having to move my glasses down because it's slightly out of focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I'm getting older, I'm
But it
like,
sounds like cooking for you is a good way of,
Yeah.
you know, just sort of relaxing.
well, it's,
and,
yeah,
you know.
it's about. I think people expect actors to be big show-offs, you know, and sometimes that's right, you know. And I've never been that at all. I'm just the opposite in terms of. But I feel like cooking sometimes is a way of showing off slightly.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a release. That kind of release I need in terms of that took 8 hours to prep.
Yeah,
Yes.
And now I hope you really love it. You know.
Hope you like it. Yeah.
But definitely, I get that bit about, like you say, showing the love without. It's not about actually physically showing the love or being
Saying
demonstrative,
it, yeah.
but it's saying it, you know.
But it's a lot of effort to show
Yeah,
you
it is
care,
like
you
that,
know.
you know. And my mum, she sort of does it through, like, she'll care for her brother and sister. My mum's in her 90s.
Right.
But she'll say to me, I need you to go and make something for Ren and Ron. Because she wants to show the love, but she
Yeah.
can't. So she goes, "Will you make that? Go and buy that." You know, and it's that sort. So I'll make an apple pie and I'll send it, and it's that sort of thing. And I don't need to say anything. It's just he knows that's love because he's made it.
Yeah.
There's nothing nicer than someone making you something to eat.
Yeah.
Or if,
Yeah, I
if
agree.
you came over with an apple pie,
Oh, my
I
God.
just
Yeah.
don't think you'd ever forget that.
Yeah.
If you turned up at my door with a pie, I'd be like, wow.
I think that there was more of that years ago.
Yeah.
And there's a lot less of that now.
Mm.
Sometimes when we have people over and you make even something like a crumble, it's like they think you're a wizard or a
Mm. Yeah.
What? You made this?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really easy too. You know,
It's grumble.
if we have lots of leftovers, I'll text next door to say, "Hey, we've just made. Do you fancy it?"
Oh yeah, nice.
And I've always done that. My mum always did that as well. But my partner's like, "What are you doing? Giving food?" It's like, well, don't want to throw it, and it's
Yeah.
really nice.
We
you know.
do that.
Yeah,
I
we
say
do
we've
that. I
got
love
this
that. I
list,
love that. I love to be on the receiving end of that from a neighbour as well.
Yeah,
Shout out
right.
to Penny across the road. Yeah.
It is. Lovely.
I wanted to ask you about how this was going because in A Slice of Fried Gold, your book, which is like food memoir, if anyone's not come
now.
across it yet, out right now.
Yeah, there we go.
Hardback and
Slice of
paperback.
Fried Gold.
And it's got the best dedication in it, to which you say to my kids, if you can't cook an omelette by the time I die, I have failed you. Now you've got two younger ones. You've got
Yeah.
one 13.
Yeah.
Does the 13-year-old cook? Will they do you an omelette? Have you made their life?
I think annoyingly, I've done that thing where maybe I've set the bar too high in terms. I think maybe they think I'm going to be cross that it's not amazing, or
Yeah.
Right.
and that's my bad, you know. But they do, you know, they do bits and pieces, and my 13-year-old brings. You know, I know his mum texted me sometimes to say he brought eggs up or something like that. So it is in him, you know.
Oh.
I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be all right. The omelette journey has begun.
He's doing food tech at school, so
nice.
we're trying to work through what he wants to make.
Did you do food tech at school? Because we were reminiscing about this on recently, and I did it, and I had to do fruit salad.
Right.
Which I was like, that's just chopping up fruit.
It's just chopping up fruit.
Just chopping up
we
fruit.
did. We had a really angry Welshman. He'd whip things, but then the sweat had come off his nose into the thing that he was whipping. And then he'd make us eat it.
Oh, you don't want that.
Oh, no. Wow.
Do we have to eat it?
Yes, eat it. That's Welsh.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, yes, eat it. We're going to do your fast food quiz. What's your favourite way to eat eggs?
Fried.
Favourite sandwich filling?
It's cyclical for me, but right now I'm on a cheese and pickle tip.
Yes. Okay. Where else will we go in that sandwich circle?
There's only two.
Okay.
There's that or heavily buttered ham. Ooh. There's no other sandwich I've ever eaten in my life.
White bread?
Yeah, if I can.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Form of potato.
Chips.
Favourite herb?
You're not going to like this, but coriander.
It's all right. I'll forgive you. I like you, so I'll forgive you.
Thanks.
It's all right.
Nick Frost, what is the best crisp?
Well, it's either a what's it, it's a bacon frazzle, or a hoodoo.
I love a
That's
hula.
essentially the only crisp.
And tries to put them on her fingers and eat them.
I
like
do.
that.
I do. What's your favourite pie?
Minced beef and onion. At this
Yeah,
point.
it's good pie. Good
But
choice.
again, we spoke about that.
Bottom and top as well, yeah?
Double crust.
Yeah.
Double crust. It's got to be done. Favourite Sunday roast meat?
Again, cyclical, but right now it would be pork with crackling. Because I just don't get it enough.
Yeah.
And I yearn for it.
Applesauce on the side?
100%,
Of course. And go on then, finally, dish from your childhood.
But very basic, but my mum used to do ham, egg and chips.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved it. And that was usually on Mondays.
You can't beat egg and chips. We should have that
I
one.
do like. I
nice.
put tomato... I was going to say it wrong. Ketchup.
That's right. That's right.
How were you going to say it?
Ketchup.
Oh.
Catch up.
Apparently, I've been saying that for years, not realising
Saying
no
it
one's
wrong
ever
for
corrected
his
me.
life.
Anyway, in the egg.
In the egg?
Yeah, the right yolk.
Twice now.
Twice now.
We come to the end of the show question for your chance to win the Waitrose goodie bag right over there.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
A picture of a prawn with the word toast there on it. For your
There you
chance
go.
to win that Waitrose goodie bag, all you got to do
goodies in there.
is answer the question in
How
this
much is it
envelope.
worth?
I don't know.
I mean, if you were to
get the
sell it.
RRP on that,
If you were
please?
to
Do I have to
sell it.
open
Yeah,
this?
yeah, yeah. You open that and answer that. Yeah, yeah.
Hello, Nick.
Hello.
Huge thanks for coming on Dish. That was even better than we dreamed. To win the Waitrose goodie bag, our question came after a late night thought. Is Frost the best surname out there? Our reasons. It's short but carries weight and can be used on Wordle. Okay, It combines effortlessly with surnames like Frost and Grimshaw, Hartnett and Frost. Oh, okay. It is excellent for wordplay and puns. Do you agree? Huh, no.
No.
I don't agree at all.
No?
No.
No way. Absolutely not.
It just feels like not a lot of effort was put into it. Unlike the lamb, which was fantastic.
Well, you've got the goodie bag.
Do I get it?
anyway.
Yeah, you get the goodie bag.
I love the fact it's the first person who's actually gone, no.
Absolutely not of effort. No.
Well, you can
No.
take some of the lamb home as
Yes,
well.
please
Yeah,
do. I
those
mean,
are
yeah,
and
there's
relish and all
about
the things,
18
yeah.
lambs on that plate.
A lot of
there.
lamb,
A
yeah.
lot of lamb.
Yeah.
Nick, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
having me.
much
Oh my
for
God,
coming.
thank you for coming. Angela, thank you.
Thanks
That
for
was
doing
delicious.
the prep as well.
Oh my God, yeah, the chopping.
Always happy to do prep.
And yeah, if you ever want to come in the kitchen, honestly, let us know. You can come and spend the day.
Okay.
Genuinely.
What, go and do, what,
Come and do it,
Damarano?
of course. He can
Oh,
chop
go
an
on.
onion. It'll be useless. I mean, not useless, useful. I didn't mean that.
Not
He would be
useless. Not
It's good.
useless.
Can I have that wine?
No, I didn't mean it.
Round of applause for Nick Frost, everybody. not
I didn't mean that.